Ladies and gentlemen, the number one thing to do is stay focused on one thing that these people are doing. Don't go all over the place. Because if you go all over the place, especially if you're just like starting to take video footage, you know, get a pattern of one thing first. I mean, you can record everything, I guess, that you feel is targeting you, but post it up in patterns and, you know, describe it in a certain way. Like, for instance, I got booty bandits, and you know, you type in booty bandit, and all these motherfuckers pop up. One headlight bandit, all these motherfuckers pop up. Get a track record of the shit that they're fucking harassing you with at first, and you know, if it's the one headlights, it might be scary. You know, at first I didn't want to fucking be hopping out and running into cars and fucking, you know, getting at people like that, but it's like, man, fuck. It's either that or you're gonna be fucking harassed, and you're not gonna have no fucking, you know, every person that I've contacted or got out and they say that don't have a headlight out, they've actually switched it back on, like, and I've had them on video switching it back on. So, you know, you just get a pattern and try and do as much communication with them as you can. And catch them up in lies and shit. And this, I think, will help you in the future for whatever, if you want to sue them, if this program ever gets fucking, or whatever. Like, you just got to get a track record of the shit that they're doing to us. You definitely got to get a track record of what they're doing, because, you know, you have to prove their fucking harassment. And, you know, I'm not saying I got the best video footage or none of that shit, but you can definitely see the fucking lies and the fucking gimmicks that they're fucking doing. You know, fucking setting up fake police caution tape. And I wrote down the times and the date that they did that, and I uploaded it. So, you know, that's all shit that I can fucking, you know, revert to and, you know, ask them like, okay, so this is the time that this was set up, and they can look through the police lights and all that. Like, you know, you just gotta kind of, they expect us to be stupid, man. We don't know anything about the law. Hey, what's going on, United Judgment? Oh, yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm just letting a little, I don't know what to say. I guess I'm just, speaking for a minute. Yeah, they expect us not to know anything, man. They expect us not to fucking look into, like, they want us scared, and they want us, you know, to, like, they do the little lights off to make me think they're gonna kill me and all that fucking bullshit. Like, to fucking, like, whenever I fucking go hard on a megaphone and shit, they really do the lights off. You guys have seen that. Like, I fucking confronted people with their lights off at 2 a.m. in the morning and shit. Like, why are you guys following me with no lights? Why are you guys following me with one headlight? And, you know, that's some creepy shit, man. That's some fucking, you know, if I didn't know what I was going through, you know, people following me around with one headlight and shit, and that's creepy, man. Like, who's not gonna fucking get out and defend themselves? Like, who isn't gonna, you know, some people can't handle it. That's why people are fucking getting out their fucking cars and shooting shit up, because, you know, this targeted individual, like, man, this targeted individual program is getting people killed, man. It's getting, like, people are dying, and, like, I know these people, like, the way, like, I'm exposing them, and it's like I'm not stopping, and they're trying to fucking intimidate me to stop. They're having fucking police pull me out at gunpoint, and it's not fucking gonna, like, you know, I'm not fucking gonna fucking be intimidated out of, you know, exposing these motherfuckers. And that's the, you know, whenever you fucking, you know, you're doing the right thing whenever they start doing this type of shit, because they're trying to fucking scare you. You're getting too much awareness out. And so it is what it is. Whatever they do is what they do. You feel me? So, yeah, man, you guys just gotta get a track record of the harassment, and don't be all over the place with it. Like, don't trip off everything. Like, even though you know it's harassment, don't pay attention to that right now. Just pay attention to the undeniable shit, like the coughing and the hair and all that bullshit, the brushing of the hair. That's just to throw you off. Like, that shit's, you know, that's everyday fucking shit. Like, following you around with one headlight, having people come bend over in front of you with fucking thongs and shit in their ass and fucking butt naked and all that crazy shit. Like, that's, you know, that's constructed harassment right there. Hey, what's going on, man? That's constructed harassment by the police. And, you know, who else is gonna be able to fucking, like, be the vanguard for somebody with a fucking just standing there? Like, that's sexual harassment, for one. Even if a person was a pervert, he's not gonna feel fucking brave enough to fucking bend. I don't care if you're on drugs or whatever. It's not gonna fucking feel comfortable enough to fucking bend over in front of a man for like 15 minutes with a pair of thongs or a pair of drawers that he had to pull up his ass to make look like thongs, you know, and just be bent over for like fucking 15 minutes acting like he's rambling through a backpack, and his like ass is right towards my passenger mirror. Like, there's no, you know, that's constructed fucking harassment. And then when you try and fucking, you know, when you try and expose this shit, or when you try and tell, like, when that's the thing. That's why targeted individuals kill people. That's why, you know, some of us kill ourselves, some of us kill ourselves and our harassers, or some of us just kill our harassers. Like the guy that went next door and killed his neighbors. Like, it gets to a point to, that's the only thing you feel you have in your fucking corner, because the police are a part of this shit. And whenever you tell them that these people are harassing you, they tell you, oh, you're mentally ill. Like, anytime I've tried to make a police report, they've told me, oh yeah, well, we'll take the police report, but you have to take a mental evaluation first. And if you look in San Jose, they have a new mental health unit. So, like, I think it's like 6 months old, but it's a new mental health unit. With somebody broke into a school and fucking stabbed a tortoise or some shit like that. That's what they're saying. This dude stabbed a tortoise. And that was just to bring the mental health people in. So, like, when we try and fucking describe this shit, you know, it sounds crazy. And they can fucking indict us into that far, you know, get us into that fucking, induce us into that fucking mental health unit they have. I'm talking about they have them everywhere, but you know, they indict us, put us in those places, and you know, we're targeted individuals, so we automatically get written up as fucking mentally ill, and that helps them get paid. They're getting paid off of us, you know, and fucking, you know, whatever fucking agenda that they have to fucking for doing this shit. Like, I don't know what their fucking agenda is, but you know, it's fucked up, man, that they're doing this to people. So you really got to get your proof. Like, you can't be lazy, man. Like, there's times like I don't want to fucking record, or there's, you know, or fucking, you know, but you know, sometimes you just get burnt out, like tired of this shit. But you know, you got to stack your evidence up. You got to fucking stack your evidence up, man. Let me see. Glad you're here too as well, man. See you later, man. I appreciate it. Hey, likewise, United. Yeah, it's just crazy what they're doing to us, man. So for those people who don't know about this program, you guys see my videos. You see the videos that I posted. You've seen all the one headlights. You've seen all the one tail lights. You call the police and try and report it, and you get fucking people doing it. You go up to their fucking car, like they try and get you to quit doing it. So what they do is set up little police, like they fucking had me set up with the fucking police, pull me out at gunpoint and shit to try and frighten me from fucking, you know, filming them and shit. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just letting you guys know, if anything fucking happens to me, it's behind them. It's behind me getting this fucking you know, this information out, man. And they're getting like really fucking there goes another one of those vehicles right there, like the one tail light that tried to trigger me in the earlier video. He's been parked there with his lights on since I started doing the video. Just a note. But yeah, man, you feel like, I mean, you try and report it, you get pulled out at gunpoint, and you know, they tried to cover their tracks and say that I had a knife and I waved the knife and shit. But the person called and said I had a knife, but you know, as the video, I uploaded the video, it's clear that I didn't have a knife and I didn't come at her. I just went to her license. I filmed her license in her headlight. I backed away. She did not look fucking frightened that I had a knife. She said she was pregnant, dizzy, and felt like throwing up. Anybody who's pregnant, dizzy, and felt like throwing up would not step out of the car and start talking to me the way that girl started talking to me as I started backing up and going to my vehicle. For one, I'm not gonna stand and have no long argument with no female. That's not even my fucking style. That's not, you know, I'm not gonna fucking entertain that. So, and I'm damn sure not gonna pull a knife out on a female. Like, I'm not even like, that's not something that I'm gonna go to jail for, is pulling a knife out on a female. You know, that's like shit. Come on, man. And clearly in the video, you could see I was backing up away from her and everything as she got out the car, because I don't need those type of problems. Just went and filmed her, you know, her license plate, and backed up. And it shows that. So, you know, I put in a report to the police audit today. So, you know, I'm trying to go above fucking you know, internal affairs and all that shit. But you know, they're probably a part of that shit as well. So I don't hold no real faith in it. But it is what it is. I'm not really you know, I'm, at this point it's like whatever happens just fucking happens. Like I don't even, uh yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me see. Hey, what's going on, Pizza Lord? Don't wave. Don't don't wave. Hot doogie. I don't get that one. Hey, what's going on, Pat? Much love. Throw cheese slice at her face. Nah, man. Nothing like that, bro. I'm just trying, these police, they're, like I said, man, they're not really as smart as they think they are. They think they can fucking, they think because they have a badge and shit, that's gonna fucking make you think that they have some type of education over you, which is complete bullshit. It's all a part of their psychological bullshit. They're really fucking, really messy in their fucking tactics and shit. Either they're just messy or they're just really fucking relaxed because they think I'm some fucking stupid homeless dude that fucking isn't going to fucking, do anything about it or fucking be able to fucking like, you know, or is gonna fucking back down from their, bullshit. Yeah, man, so pretty much they just got the wrong person, I guess, because I'm not gonna be intimidated or none of that. Like, they just got the wrong person, like, and they keep going, like, they they fucking, like when the police did what they did, they pulled me out at gunpoint and shit. They fucking, they go hard, like they go really fucking hard, like, they're like brats and shit. Like, my daddy did this to you, like, ha ha ha, my daddy did this to you type shit. It's really fucking childish and shit. Like, and they think, like, they go really hard with it, and it makes you think. It puts you into a frame of thought, like, damn, man, I can't do nothing about this. Like, and I've been at that point to where I've made a report and they fucking, they just go even harder and shit, and it's like, fuck, man, like, these people, they don't care, like, they don't, like, this shit. It makes you think, like, damn, man, this shit has to fucking, be legal. But you can't let that shit fucking, you can't let that fucking feeling take over you, because you'll fucking give up. Like, hella times I wanted to give up, and not because I was scared or no shit like that, just because I felt like fucking, there's no way that I could raise awareness about it. Like, there's no fucking, but, they fucked up letting that shit ride like it did. That VTA shit, they fucked up by fucking letting that shit happen out here. Like, there's, like, now I have something to fucking grab onto and fucking show people, like, this isn't a fucking joke, like, this is fucking reality. Like, and they, like I said, they're messy and shit, so they slipped up and let people know that guy was on the program under a different name. But once people tie that shit up, they'll see what it was. And like I said, when I started exposing that on the megaphone, how VTA is a part of it and shit. You see how VTA came riding by me with one headlight, like, And it, psychologically, that's supposed to make me feel like, damn, man, there's nothing I could fucking do, man. There's nothing I could do, but you feel me? That's bullshit, man. You just gotta keep. I mean, I'm not saying everybody should do it. Like, I'm just saying, like, get your fucking get your evidence. Everybody should get your evidence and shit. But I'm not promoting everybody to go up against the police or no shit like that. Like, I just don't care no more myself. Like, I just don't care. Like, it's been too long, and it seems like nothing is working, and nothing is working, and it's like, fuck, man, you gotta just go hard, man. Or that's just the way I feel. I'm not saying that's for everybody and shit. I am so sorry. That's terrible. All your history of your videos. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's bound to happen with these people, though. You know how that. You see how these people are. You see how they can get on the news and just cover it up and fucking, And I know, I know that these people know that I don't have a knife, and I didn't. They know that I didn't bring no knife towards that girl. They know that. She was on the phone. If you guys peep game, look at that video again. She was on the phone with the police. She was on the phone with the fucking police. I know that was the fucking police. Because she said, "Are you there? Are you there?" And as soon as I did that, as soon as I took that fucking video and she took off, the police hit the corner and got on me. As soon as I did that. So she was on the phone with the police, and I want to take this shit, like, I want this police audit to go through, because they could grab her phone records and all that shit, and it'll show her on the phone with the police. Guaranteed she was on the phone with the police. But yeah, you see how these people, they they get on the news and cover up. They knew I didn't have a knife. Just like they knew that VTA dude didn't have no fucking explosives in his house and shit. Like, I can't say that's for a fact that he didn't, but I can almost guarantee you that, they needed something to cover up why that man did what he did. They needed something to back up that he had a mental illness and that he was some, people hear about bombs. You see this shit? Fucking piece of shit trying to intimidate. People hear about bombs. Once you hear a bomb, it don't matter who you are. If you hear a bomb in America, your mind automatically jumps to terrorism. So they knew if they said that man had a bomb in his fucking if they say that man had a bomb in his fucking house, which he didn't, I don't think he did, that would take, no questions asked. Nobody's gonna fucking ask any questions. Nobody's gonna fucking ask any questions. And that's just the way they work. That's how they cover their asses and shit. And yeah, they're wicked. They're wicked. So, I expect it. I expect, like I said, man, I'm to the point to where, like, whatever happens. Like, but yeah, it's definitely not cool. It's not a cool program to be going through. And anybody that's not going through it, like, when people tell you about this shit, when people tell you they're going through this shit, man, you need to really fucking, you really need to fucking, unless you're a part of it, we know you're not gonna fucking do the research on it. But If you're not a part of it and your family member comes at you and fucking tells you about this shit, don't fucking dismiss them and shit. Don't do that, man. You could save a lot of lives like that. You could save someone's mental health. You could save a lot, man. These people, they walk around freely like they have no worries in the world. They get to enjoy their Christmases. They get to enjoy their fucking 4th of Julys and their Thanksgivings and shit. Like, they're fucking dope pieces of shit that if you did this to them, they'd be fucking committing suicide. They'd be doing all types of weird shit because that's just the type of cowards they are, man. Police included. Do this shit to one of these fucking police and shit. Like, it'd be the same way. I'm gonna try and find out every single cop's name that works on the San Jose Police Department's force that's been fucking accused of fucking, and convicted, because a lot of them have been convicted of crimes and they're still on the fucking force. I'm gonna try and find and expose that shit, because they don't tell people that they keep fucking police. Like, you have to look into that shit for yourself. But, these people are fucking doing all types of criminal acts and they still got them fucking pushing the badge on people and shit. Like, if you're gonna be a cop, you should have no fucking criminal history. Misdemeanors, felony, none of that shit. Like, you shouldn't have none of that fucking shit. That puts the fucking whole police department in jeopardy. All that shit, man. And then you got criminals, you got convicted criminal police going around harassing fucking, citizens and shit. Like, that's like, and I talked to the fucking, when I talked to the auditor, they, I called the police department first to make sure. I asked them why I was pulled over this morning and all that shit, and then they, the little cover up. He said it's not too much. I didn't see the report too much. It just says that you had a knife or whatever. But the video clearly shows that I didn't have no knife and shit. So I'm going to I'm going to point that out, and I'm also going to point out that the girl was on the phone with probably that same cop, so they could look at the phone records. I'm also going to point out that the Asian cop that came to me is the cop that put me on the phone with another cop and told me that cop was the supervisor, which I know it wasn't the supervisor. I told him to get the supervisor for me, and they all had this stupid fucking look on their face, and they said, oh, we don't have to get the supervisor for you. And I know for a fact they have to get the supervisor for me. And I said, so you're saying you don't have to get the supervisor for me? He said, no, you're not being arrested. I said, well, why are you guys, like, you're not even they didn't ask me my name. They didn't do none of that fucking shit. And then at the end, they didn't ask me my name. Then at the end, they said, your name's Jacob Mills, right? And then they asked me my birthday. So how the fuck do you know my name? If you didn't ask me my name, like, I'm gonna point all that shit out, man. He put me on the phone with a fake dude. When I talked to the cop, because I asked him who I could talk to besides internal affairs, because I wanted to go over internal affairs. And then he gave me some bullshit about why you don't want to go through internal affairs and all this shit. I said I just don't trust him. I want to go over him. And he gave me the police audit, but I was like, I asked for a supervisor and they didn't give me a supervisor. Are they supposed to not do that? And he said, no, if you ask for a supervisor, they are supposed to give you a supervisor. So, they probably knew I was going to say it. That's why they put that dude on the phone like that. That's why they put them on the phone like that. But that's what I mean. They're sloppy, man, and they think because, I'm out here, I'm out here like this, that I don't know how to put shit together, or that I'm some fucking stupid, I'm some stupid motherfucker that's just gonna fucking, keep letting them fucking bully me like this and not, whatever, man. I don't know, but they got it wrong. Yeah, it's all predictable, the shit they do, man. It's all fucking predictable. Robots. Exactly. Hey, what's going on, Tony? Yep. Yep. They think they can, what do you call it? If you can bluff them, you can beat them. Like, if they feel like after, you're getting information out, if they go even harder and shit, it's just gonna make you think. Cause I felt the feeling, like I know that feeling, and I know it's pissing them off, cause I can see the looks that they're giving me and shit when I'm doing it. It's like, okay, we're going harder and it's not working, so now what we're gonna do, we're hitting them with the noise campaigns and the fucking, the harassment and the one headlights even harder when he fucking, points it out, and that's not working. So now what we're gonna do is fucking have the fucking police intimidating, which first it was just the following me around, and then it was the fucking, from following me around, it went to fucking, slowly passing me by, and then fucking asking me if I had a knife. That one day they slowly passed me by, all those fucking police cars, and asked me if I was yelling with a knife, or did I hear somebody yelling with a knife, trying to insinuate that it was me. Try and give me the feeling like they were gonna fucking tackle me down or some shit like that. You feel me? And then from that point on, it went to the fucking cause the last the two encounters that I had with the two encounters that I had with the one headlight bandits before I had with the girl, I was to my, like, I wasn't gonna do anything, but I was to my points. Like, I'm trying to let these people know that, look, you guys are getting me like fucking, I don't know what to fucking think, man. You guys are fucking just, following me around with one headlight in the middle of the night. Like, this shit can't keep going on, man, because you're basically, you're psychologically warfaring me. And I'm not, one dude, I threw a cup of coffee at his fucking car, and the other dude, like, cause this dude, he kept circling around the fucking corner and shit. And then, he had his one headlight, then he turned it around and pointed it at me, but he was looking at me crazy and shit. So that's why I went to him, kind of aggressive the way I came at him, cause that, that's yeah, I'm not gonna let you could pass me by and all that shit, and all that shit in traffic and shit, but all that circling around and slowing down, watching me recycle, I'm not gonna be watching my back while I'm recycling. I've already been stabbed by one of you. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not, like, whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna have to do it now, because, I'm not gonna keep fucking watching you while you're fucking, trying to intimidate me or make me feel threatened and shit. But yeah, man. So the two dudes before the girl, I did come out kind of aggressive, but even that shows, like, the police are fucking, the police are fucking illustrating this shit, and they're putting me in this frame of mind all my, like, if I have to fight this, I know how to fucking, I'm not the best. I'm not the best at fucking, like, vocalizing shit. Like, if I don't have, like, proof and shit, and me trying to explain it to somebody, it's not, it's not, like, I need to literally be able to point it out and show people, like, because me just verbalizing it and shit is gonna come off as crazy. Like, you have to fucking see and fucking, because first of all, people aren't gonna think that. First of all, people are gonna say, what makes you so special that the police have to waste their time to set up some fucking fake, police crime scene? Or, harass you, like, with one headlight or some shit like that. Like, what makes you think the police have that type of time? And the police are gonna keep telling them that, this guy is crazy, man. He's nuts. Like, why would we do that? Like, so they're very tricky. If you can, and it's even better. Like, I haven't done it yet, but I think it's good now that if you fucking take footage of certain things that maybe you shouldn't upload it, that way if later on in the future you want to present it and catch them in lies, because they'll try and lie about it. Like they always do, they'll try and lie about it and say that didn't happen. Just have that piece of, those pieces of footage available to you. Like, you can fucking point out their fucking, their lies and their bullshit, because they are sloppy, man. I'm learning more and more as I go through this program in San Jose that the police are really fucking sloppy in what they're doing. I know how to read facial expressions and all that shit. Like, I'm really good at facial expressions, and I knew when I said I need to talk to a supervisor, and they looked at each other all, like, they really looked at each other like, I wish I would have had the phone recording them, because I was looking for some type of fucking guilt, and it's like they all gave it to me at once. As soon as I fucking said I need to talk to a supervisor, they started telling me I couldn't, like, they didn't have to get me a supervisor, that they told me I wasn't being arrested. They told me all this fucking bullshit. You're not being arrested, so we don't need to get you a supervisor. All this type of bullshit. And I knew from that point. And when dude got on the phone, and what solidified it was when dude had to he called somebody and he said, here, Jacob, this is the supervisor right here. That's bullshit. Fuck that. I'm gonna try my best not to let them get off the hook for that one. Like, that's the, since I've been targeted, that's the, like, 4th time they pulled me out at gunpoint. Let's see. Hey, peace, Pat. Hey, what's going on, D-Ray? Hey, Alan. Yeah, man, I'm not doing that. I'm just shooting the shit, man. Venting off, and, I don't really know what these motherfuckers are gonna do. Like, they're really fucking... Look, probably watching the live right now. I don't know what these motherfuckers gonna do, man, but it seems like they're trying to set me up, say I had some type of fucking weapon, or all this fucking bullshit. Pass it off on me fucking having a weapon for this chick, putting a weapon on this chick. A person get locked up for bringing out a weapon on a chick, man. That's, That's not something you really wanna. That's not something you really want to get locked up for. Is pointing a weapon out on a chick. Oh, now they turn the lights off. You see that? Slick shit, huh? Slick motherfucking shit, I tell you, man. Domestic terrorists. And I guarantee you that motherfucker is watching right now. That motherfucker is tuned in. You will be exposed, my friend. You will be exposed. Alright, what's going on, Soft Magic? Move out to the D. They want to stress or invade. Yeah. Straight demons. Look at that. That's a demon right there. Oh man, if you see her face, that's a demon. Oh, that's a demon for sure. Oh, that's a demon. Domestic terrorists, man. I don't know how the fuck they be getting, where they get these fucking people from, but fuck, man. That was a demon. Move out to the deep. Yeah, man. That city, man. I would want to be somewhere like, I wouldn't want to be around, I don't want to be around a lot of people, man. They've made it to where they literally program me. I've been programmed. That I can't deny. They were successful in fucking programming me to a point to where I don't trust nobody to a certain extent. Like, I trust some people and shit, like, you know, targeted individuals. Like, there's nobody that's, you know, that's not a targeted individual that I trust. Family, none of that shit. Like, if you're not, they're, you know, anybody that's not a targeted individual, I do not trust them. Like, they can earn my trust. It was to a part to where, I guess it's like, at one point, alright, let's, example, at one point, anybody, you know, could have come up to me, talked to me about anything, and I would have, like, I'm not the type of person to where, I'm not antisocial, but I don't, you know, I'm not the type of person to initiate conversations with people that I don't know, or fucking, you know, I just, you know, I don't, like, you know, really involve myself with people that I don't know. But, you know, if somebody was to come up to me and start talking to me and shit, like, I would have no problem with conversating with them and shit. Like, I have no problem with that. But they have it to a point to where, like, no one, like, there's no one that can come up to me and fucking, like, you know, some people, like, and I, you know, some people I will. Like, some people I will, but for the most part, you know, no one can fucking come try and initiate a conversation with me without me second guessing them. And by me second guessing them, like, I don't even want to be around them. Like, you know, I don't pay them no fucking mind and shit. Like, look as they creep up on me. Trying to creep up now. Why you creeping up slow? You see that slowness? That intimidation slow creep. That you're talking too much shit. That's their type of bullshit. That's the type of bullshit. You guys see this shit, right? This is all psychological warfare conducted by the San Jose Police Department. You know, who's not gonna get, who's not gonna fucking get tired of that? Anybody, I have heard of the Havana syndrome, but I don't know what it is. I forget. I heard about it, I just forget what it is. Or I forget what I heard about it. It's something like, no. Is it something like when your kidnapper fucking kidnaps you and then you, I guess psychologically clicking to the point to where you feel like you need them or something like that? I'm not sure. Check out a fellow Target's channel. Her name is Chartice Wells. She posted a video on adverse possession. You can get free housing. Oh, okay. They're not letting me get to her for some reason. Like, I've been looking for Chartice Wells, and I can't, like, every time I type in her channel and shit, like, they send me to, like, be a bunch of weird shit, like, all types of just, I don't know, weird shit, just not Chartice Wells. Hey, what's going on, Messi? Okay, that's the Stockholm syndrome. Okay, I heard of the Havana syndrome, I just don't know what it is. That's the Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, man. People need to start taking this serious, though, for those who don't know. I can't stress it enough, man. People better start saying something about it, because eventually, something is gonna go down to where this shit is gonna be completely, it's gonna be the way of life. Like, this is gonna be all that we know. Like, this is gonna be, pretty much it's gonna be the type of play, like, you can't even say nothing about it. It's gonna be one of those countries where if you say something bad about the president and shit, like, you gotta do that shit in secret and shit, like, because they'll fucking come get you and fucking, do it, execute you or whatever, lock you up. But this is where we're heading, man. This is the same fucking shit. This is the same. It's history repeating itself. Look at this big dummy walking by in his drawers and shit. He's gonna go to the corner. And this is the guy that just got out that one headlight vehicle. He's gonna go to the corner and he's gonna walk right back this way. Does it all the fucking time. Look at the fire department. Synchronization, right? You guys see this shit? We tell you about this shit every fucking day for those who don't know what targeting is. We tell you this shit every fucking time. Fire department is with this fucking program. So happens that this fucking piece of shit gang stalker that was behind me with the one headlight, walking up the street in his fucking drawers, meets up with the fucking fire department right at the light. You can't fucking make this shit up. And we've been sensitized to this, so this goes on with us all the time. For a person just looking at this, it might look like we're crazy. But when we're telling you the shit that's gonna happen before it even happens, like, then you really have to start using your common sense. And then when you see it happening repetitive, when you see it happening unnaturally and repetitive, and there's just no undeniable way about this shit being directed at you, then then you're just pretending. You're pretending not to see. And it's cool if you pretend not to see. If you don't want the shit to come on to you and all that shit, that's understandable. But for you to fucking make comments on people being crazy and fucking, shit like that, that's not understandable. Like vids with the cops. Like the vids with the cops. Yeah, man, they're terrorists, man. They're terrorists. It's where they use microwave weapons on you. In 2016, they microwaved these diplomats. Oh wow, nah, I didn't hear about that. I gotta look that up. It's the Havana syndrome. Definitely gotta check that. Sorry. Yeah, fire truck, yeah. Bro, have you thought about leaving the country for a week? Oh, man. You know how much money that'll take, man? Leaving the country? I would go to Africa, though. If I had enough money, I would go there. Just because it's like, to the water side, though. I would want to go to where it's the water at. Out there, shit. I haven't heard of nobody gang stalking nobody out there yet. They probably do it, though. I just haven't heard of it. I heard of damn near every place else. Actually, somebody on the comment section told me they gang stalk in Africa. But I type damn near everywhere else in, and that shit pops up. Like, I type it in Africa, it don't pop up though. Yeah, man. I think what we all just want is our fucking freedom, man. And that don't cost anything. That don't cost anything. You don't have to come out the pockets for that. You already slaving people. You got people working and shit, like, and then paying fucking, you got people paying fucking, you got people paying the government money for fucking nothing. Like, the government sits on their ass, and fucking, you give them half your fucking hard-earned money that you slave for, and they fucking turn around and use that shit against you in programs like this. Like, fuck. You pay the police department's tax money, to keep their police officers on the force to do this to you, to set up bullshit like this on you and shit. I don't know what type of fucking, I don't want to be in no fucking shit. Like, I'd rather be in China where not to fucking, if they say don't do it, don't fucking do it. If you don't have freedom, you don't have freedom. So don't fucking do it. America is full of deception. They tell you one thing and they mean another. Like, they tell you you're guilty until you're innocent until proven guilty. But in reality, you're guilty until proven innocent. They tell you it's a free world, a free country. The world is not. The fucking country is not free. They tell you it's freedom of speech. You say the wrong thing, They sick their fucking jackals on you. It's no fucking joke, man. America is the most deceptive fucking country, state, whatever you want to. America is deceptive as fuck. And that's how they fucking are where they are now. From being fucking deceptive as fuck. These microwave weapons are being used on me. It makes you dizzy, you want to throw up, and you... let me see. Get very weak. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that shit gotta be fucking a bitch. D-Ray. Kinda. I'll be watching JT from Trap Flicks. He started off in I forget. He's in, well, he's out here again now, but he was in kinda, yeah, he's building houses and shit out there and selling that shit for cheap, like $500 a unit and shit. Or, you know, if you want to fucking, you can own your shit for like, you know, they're building mansions and shit for like $12,000 and shit. It's fucking crazy. Like the houses out here that fucking people are buying, like nice fucking houses and shit. Like even nicer houses than houses out here, like in some of the areas. But they're fucking building them and shit. Like $12,000, $5,000, you fucking, you know, you get your land for like $5,000 and fucking build on your fucking land. Like, man, like people are building mansions for $12,000 out there. It's fucking insane, man. Bro, I have traveled over 10 countries from Europe to Africa to Asia. Motherfuckers followed me to every country and every continent, but I think it would better for you out of the USA. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. It's just, you know, wherever God guides me. Wherever God guides me, like it's a purpose. I'm here, like, you know, I literally came close a couple, like this last time was even coming close, super close, like, so I know I'm here for a reason, like I'm not, you know, it's just wherever God sends me, man. Maybe like this is my fucking, like this is, I don't know, maybe I'm like, you know, them TV shows where they have the, you know, the people, what is it, I don't know, that'd be like weird TV shows like the last 400 or some shit like that, where, you know, people fucking, you know, some force or something drew people together, like they all had this purpose that they had to fucking, like, get out there and shit, like, maybe something like that, like, I don't know, man. All this shit is completely fucking new to me, and nothing is, you know, nothing is, you know, I don't doubt too much when it comes to fucking supernatural shit and all the fucking shit that they try and tell us that is not real, and they try and fucking, like, really program it into our minds that it's not real. Like, you know, I don't doubt any of that shit exists. Type in Havana Syndrome on YouTube. A lot of good info there using these weapons on U.S. citizens. Check it out. Oh, I'm gonna definitely check that out, D-Ray. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Hey, what's going on, city? Yeah, you're right about that, man. It is a shit show. The illusion of freedom is, yeah, the illusion is freedom. The illusion. If you think you're free, you're dumb. It's an illusion. They're coming soon to vax everyone this year, even. I wouldn't doubt that, man. Better get your water. You better get your water. Start digging your tunnels. Or just fucking prepare to go get shot in the back of the head. Get chopped up or some shit. Cause they're definitely, if you don't get that shit, if they take us to the, if they take you to somewhere for not taking that vaccine, I don't think you're coming out. Wherever you go for not taking that vaccine, you're not coming back out here until you take that vaccine. Because everybody, it's gonna be like a vote. It's gonna be like a vote. All of a sudden, everybody that has their vaccine, they're gonna be looking at you like a monster. And they're gonna be like, nah, we don't want them back out here. The news will get on. What the news will do is fucking say some shit. They'll fucking say, yeah, the citizens that didn't take their vaccine, they're thinking about re-entering them into the public. And then that's when all the fucking people, the monsters that took the vaccine, because you're not no human being once you take that vaccine. Make no mistake. You're something other than a human once that shit gets into you. And those people are going to be like, we're the monsters. And they're not going to want us out that fucking place. They're going to want us in those places. A lot of us are going to die in those places and shit. You see these stupid motherfuckers be still walking around with masks strapped to their face and shit. Like literally fucking strapped. And if you walk into a store without a mask, some of these people will catch an attitude like they want to do something to you for not having a mask. I don't know how many I don't know how many fucking incidents I've seen behind that shit. Not no violent incidents and shit, but people saying something or fucking people snickering and shit, like fucking with their nose up. Like, it's just crazy, man. Flip a couple houses in Detroit and move to Alaska or Idaho away from everyone. Move out of the country. Yeah, I actually did want to go to fucking, that's what I wanted to get on my feet a little bit. When I got off parole, I wanted to fucking get a job, get on my feet, and then I wanted to go to Alaska and do the boat shit, and do the fishing shit. But that dream was swiftly swept away from under my feet. Like, I don't even think I would feel safe out on as a targeted individual. I wouldn't feel safe out on a boat with a bunch of motherfuckers, man. Not out on a boat. Like, on flat line, yeah, but not a boat. Fuck that shit. The man, the myth, the legend. Hey, what's going on, Kism? Hey, Tanya. Hanging in there. Don't know, bro, but I guess we need to try everything before we die. Yeah, that's definite. Or try everything, at least that you have on your list. Fuck, man. All these nice, shiny cars and shit produced to you by domestic terrorism. A lot of these people before the targeting came into place, none of these cars were out here. I think the newest car you would probably, well, you would see people like with real big money and shit drive fucking, their Mercedes Corvettes and shit like that. But most of the other cars were like fucking Hondas and shit like that. Now you fucking see all these cars of the fucking year. And don't get me wrong, like people are rich out here, but you just weren't seeing this many fucking, you weren't seeing these many new cars. Not on this land. Everything has fucking paper tags. And I know PPP loans and all that other bullshit, the tax and all that shit, but you're not keeping up no fucking, you can barely pay rent with that shit. You're not keeping up no car payments. No jobs. How are you keeping up these car payments with no fucking job? Like, unless you fucking own your business or you're some tech dude, you're not gonna fucking be able to keep payments unless you work with Neighborhood Watch and this sjpd and whoever else is tied to this shit. You pay rent, you pay your car note. If you're homeless, we'll give you housing. We'll throw you in a fucking apartment it's like it's yours. You just gotta live with 6 other people. You just gotta live with 6 other people. 3-bedroom apartment, 2 people in a room. You can kind of, they know what they're doing. Kind of fucking gain this fucking camaraderie between each other and shit. And now you're fucking strike force on the team, fucking harassing people and shit. The levels to the fucking psychological warfare and, just the manipulating the fucking, some of these perps are highly manipulated. A lot of them think they got bigger brothers now and fucking, they think they got, this is like the brother I always wanted type shit. A lot of that type of fucking shit going on. Yeah. Make it co-ed. Make it co-ed. That way the guy will go harder on the target so that he impresses the girl. Like, all this fucking bullshit, because they, psychologically, these people, a lot of them think they're real fucking spies and shit. And they, they really, like, this is a life that they could only fucking dream of, to fucking spy and harass people. So, you co-ed them together, put the man with the girl with the guy perp, and, testosterone in the guy perp will fucking, make him go out his way to fucking show his harassment towards the target to impress the girl. Like, it's all psychological. The way they got this shit psychologically lined up, like, I literally be paying attention to these people, man, and they're really, like, you can see it, man. You can fucking see it, like, it's sad. Like, it's literally excuse me, legitimate. It's sad that because a lot of targeted individuals predict our situations before they even happen. And it's sad that we can predict it before it happens and people still, choose to say that we're under some type of mental illness. Oh no. Well, yeah, when I got the camera out, cause I told him to wait. You see how they started taking off fast? I wanted to get there. That's another thing. They didn't want me to get the numbers of their vehicles and shit. You know, that's all telltale. How they were taking off fast like that. That's another telltale sign that they, that was all fucking constructed bullshit. But nah, man, when they first got on me, as soon as that girl, because I took the video of her, she left. She hit the corner. I swear it wasn't even like a full minute. Well, it might have been a minute, but it wasn't that long, man. Like, I got 2 bags out and started separating my fucking recycle. And put the other bag. I lined up all my bags to the van. This is what it, because as soon as I got there, the girl pulled up. So I got out and I fucking, I recorded her. Came back to my van, put my phone back in my van, and it was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 bags that I lined up on the side of my van. Then I pulled 2 bags out. I was gonna separate plastic from the aluminum. And as soon as I went for as soon as I put my fucking gloves on, they hit the corner, hella cars, like the SWAT team or something, with their lights on and everything, right? And I knew exactly what it was. So I backed up and I fucking put my hands up in the fucking air and shit. And they got out aggressive. Like, I guess they expected me to fucking argue with him or something. But they fucking got out aggressive and they were like, fucking put your fucking face in the dirt. Get on your stomach. And I'm like, I'm not putting my face in the dirt, man. What the fuck? And they're like, fucking get on your stomach. And I'm like, dude, this is sand. I'm not getting on my stomach in this fucking dirt like this, man. You're crazy. And then they said, well, get on the fucking sidewalks. So, I got on the sidewalk and got on my stomach and shit. And, put your hands behind your back. And then I went to put my hands behind your back. He said, no, one at a time. Like, they had their guns out and shit. Like, they're psychologically fucking with my head and shit. Like, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get shot. Like, in my head, I'm thinking like, damn, this is the way I'm fucking gonna go, man. Because I could see them fucking playing games and shit. Put your hands behind your back. And I go to put my hands behind my back. No, put one arm behind your back. All this fucking bullshit and shit. So I'm just like, I leave my arms out and you guys come put my arms behind my back. I'm not doing it. You're not gonna shoot me. So they came down and fucking, twisted my arms all up and all this fucking bullshit. Mainly it was all Mexican cops. I think it was like 2 white cops and a light-skinned black cop. And it was out of all of the fucking cops, the light-skinned black cop, he had to be the center of attention. He had to be the one to fucking, tell you, he had to be the smart ass. And I'm like, man, I'm already knowing what's going on, man. You must be the number one. You must be the number one fall guy for white supremacy. And he showed me his skin and shit. He's like, do I look like I'm in white supremacy? And he looked at his skin, he looked at his arm and was like, oh, okay. Giving me the placate bullshit. Oh, man. It's crazy, man. It's, it's crazy that a song from, I don't know when Boys in the Hood came out, 1989. It was probably even 88, maybe. I don't know when NWA came out, but it was a long fucking time ago. And that one fucking statement that Ice Cube said, like, black police showing out for the white cops, like, it's hands down anytime I've ever been pulled over by a white cop and a black cop, it's always the black cop that's an asshole. Always. Or they're both assholes, but the black cop is the super assholes. Or it'll either be the white cop is not an asshole and the black cop is an asshole, or they'll both be assholes. But there's never been a time that I've been pulled over by a black cop or a white cop together, and fucking the black cop was just fucking, being regular. So, it's crazy. It's crazy how that statement of that song you fucking start seeing it. You pay attention to that shit. Like, before you heard that song, you probably would have never paid attention to it, because all police are assholes, and you're not gonna, they're both talking shit, so you're not gonna fucking be paying attention to who's fucking talking shit first. But then you hear that song and you start paying attention to them and shit. It's like, damn, man, that shit is fucking, damn. It's crazy, man. FEMA camp, yep. FEMA camp. Yeah, it gets to a point, man, to where when it comes to that shit, especially when you try to raise awareness to it, and you got a lot of people calling you, saying you're tripping, man. You're into that crazy shit, man, and all that shit. Yeah, man. If people started fucking waking up to that shit, it wouldn't be like that. I mean, it wouldn't be so fucking, but right now, people are so asleep that if you say something like that to them, they're either going to be scared and they don't want to hear nothing about it, or, they're just going to dismiss you as fucking, you think too hard into shit, or you're fucking, you've been watching too many movies and shit. And it's like the shit goes on right in front of their face. Like, in reality, in real time, it goes on right in front of their face, and it's like they're blinded by it, or they're pretending not to see it. And you mention it to them, you watch too many fucking movies and shit. Like, this program, and I'm not talking about the targeted individual program, I'm talking about just the program that they are running on the people, period, of the world, is, it's only few of us that aren't going for it. Like, there's a few of us that aren't. What the fuck is that, rabbits? Oh, cats or some shit. Oh no, they let their fucking dogs run wild. They bark. They'll make them bark, fucking weirdos. And yeah, man, the program that they've ran on the population of the world, very few of us aren't going for it. But the few of us that aren't going for it, like, it's a very, very small amount of us. I mean, it's a lot of us, but compared to the world's population, like, it's just a grain of salt, man. Everybody else is stuck in this program. Like, the program is ongoing. The program doesn't stop. Like, the program, you see it on the signs, you see it on the TV, like, you hear it in school. Like, the program is steady, but like it's a never-ending update. You're being updated every day. And fucking, the more bullshit they can update you with, the more they're gonna be able to snatch reality from you and fucking be able to hide shit in the shadows. And, hence they got all these fucking fantasy and sci-fi movies, but most of the shit in them sci-fi movies and them fantasy movies, if you pay close attention, You know, a lot of that shit is going on, man. A lot of that shit is going on for real. I went to the doctor. He came in wearing 3 masks and shit. Man, they yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You know, COVID was a good way for them to weigh out the fucking people. COVID was a good way for them to fucking, you know, test out their terrorism skills and see how the people would react. And, you know, till this fucking very day, man, I see people with that shit, like, and it can't be healthy, like, you're breathing your own carbon monoxide. And for you to wear that shit all day, especially a person with a job, I would have to quit my job, man. Like, I couldn't wear that shit all day. Like, I would literally fucking, and I would fucking break it out. I would fucking, like, anybody that is forced to wear that shit on the job all day, like, needs to definitely point out the fucking dangers of that. Like, you're being, like, you're literally killing yourself right now. Like, COVID ain't, like, you got a chance with COVID if you were not to wear a mask. But if you're not fucking gonna catch COVID, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna get fucked up by breathing in your fucking, you know, your carbon monoxide, whether it's short term or long term. Like, something's gonna happen. Something in your body's gonna break down. By the way, bro, didn't the woman false claim that you had a knife? Can't you raise a claim that she has? Yeah, that's, you know, that's all. That's all. Like, I'm definitely gonna point all that shit out, bro. Yeah, she said I had a knife. But it's clear, you can see, like, I was backing up away from her and all that. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, I want them to lie. Like, there's a lot of things in that, you know, there's a lot of things that I can point out that if they lie about it, I can refer, you know, the person to go check that out, or public defender or lawyer, whatever you want to call them, to go check that shit out. And they'll be able to see that she was on the phone with the cop, you know, while I was going up to, like, she came literally on the phone, like, he was directing her, gauging my reaction, because she came, I parked, and then she slowly parked, you know, on some intimidation shit. I didn't even know it was a chick until I got to the car, and she opened the door, and, you know, I got to the car and she opened the door when I, you know, had the camera on her light and her license plate. And everybody saw the interaction I had with her. I didn't have no knife. You know, if I, you know, even, you know, holding the camera and all that fucking weird shit, like, I'm gonna have a fucking knife in my hand. I mean, come on, man. And say I thought it was a guy, and I did have a knife, and I did go, once I saw it was a girl, you feel me? There's no reason for me to have no fucking knife. And you know, I'm just not gonna have no fucking knife, you know, like that, like, pointing it at a girl and all this fucking weird shit. So it's a lot of shit that, you know, they were messy in what they did. Like, they've been messy lately in trying to fucking intimidate me. And it's all on camera. Like, they've been messy at times when they they thought I wasn't recording or some shit. There's been times, like, you know, there's, you know, the police. The police, like I said, man, they're not as fucking savvy about this. They like this shit so much. They get a kick out of it so much. They give themselves up. Like, this is fun for the police. Make no mistake, this is fun for them. they have fun placating you when you fucking, make reports. They have fun and like they orchestrate all this fucking shit. They probably even make bets on who's gonna make you react the first, or all that shit. Like it's a criminal ring, basically. It's a criminal fucking terrorism ring made legal in the name of some fucking fake ass justice. In the name of some fake ass justice, we're trying to make the world a better place again. Bullshit. In reality, they're just fucking creating more crime. Let me see. That's how it is. Nappy. Wait, what? Damn, I just wiped